Your brain isn't tired. It's just stuck in a fog. You can clear faster than it appeared. You know the feeling. You sit down to work, study, or think, and your mind feels slow, blurry, and distracted. You reread the same line 5 times. You forget simple things. Even simple decisions feel heavy. Mental fog doesn't just ruin productivity. It steals your clarity, your confidence, and your momentum. But here's the good news. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn how to remove mental fog in 7 minutes using simple, science-backed actions that reset your brain fast. No supplements, no complicated routines, just things you can do immediately. And stick with me, because the last technique sounds almost too simple, yet it's the one neuroscientists say can instantly sharpen your brain more than caffeine. Mental fog isn't just annoying, it's becoming normal, and that's a problem. Right now, most people are living in a constant state of low-grade distraction. Too much screen time, too little sleep, endless notifications. Your brain never fully resets. So you wake up already mentally tired even after sleeping. What if I told you mental fog is rarely about intelligence or motivation? It's usually about brain chemistry and attention overload. Your brain isn't broken, it's just overloaded. A Stanford study found that constant task switching can drop your cognitive performance by up to 40%. That means when your mind feels foggy, you're not actually thinking slower. Your brain is just jammed with too many signals. And here's why this matters. In a world where focus equals opportunity, mental clarity is a superpower. The faster you can reset your mind, the faster you move ahead. So here is exactly how this works and how you can remove mental fog in 7 minutes, starting right now. First, reset your breathing. Most people don't realize this, but mental fog often starts with your breathing. When you're stressed, scrolling for hours, or staring at a screen, your breathing becomes shallow and fast. You start breathing from your chest instead of your diaphragm, and when that happens, your brain receives less oxygen than it needs to function clearly. Less oxygen means slower thinking, slower memory, slower reactions. So when your mind feels foggy, it's not always because you're tired. Sometimes your brain is simply under-oxygenated. Deep breathing fixes this almost immediately. It increases oxygen flow to your brain and activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for calm, clarity, and focus. When this system turns on, your mental noise starts turning off. Here's what to do right now. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this 10 times. As you do it, you'll notice something subtle. Your shoulders relax. Your thoughts slow down. Your mind feels less crowded. That's your brain receiving the oxygen and signals it needs to think clearly again. And here's something most people never notice. When you slow your breathing, your brain interprets it as safety. And when your brain feels safe, it stops flooding you with stress signals that create mental fog in the first place. So if your mind ever feels blurry, overwhelmed, or slow, start here. Breathing is the fastest way to tell your brain, you're okay, you can focus now. But don't underestimate the next one. This is where most people miss an instant clarity boost. Second, drink a full glass of cold water. Your brain depends on water more than you think. Even mild dehydration can reduce focus, memory, and attention. And the scary part is, you can be slightly dehydrated without even feeling thirsty. Your brain is nearly 75% water. When that level drops, your brain has to work harder to perform simple tasks. Signals move slower. Processing slows down. You feel that as mental fog. Researchers have found that losing just 1 to 2% of your body's water can impair concentration, short-term memory, and alertness. That's a tiny amount, and it happens easily when you drink coffee, sit in air conditioning, or forget to hydrate while working. So here's a simple reset right now. Drink 1 full glass of cold water slowly. Not coffee, not soda, just water. Cold water works even better because it slightly stimulates your nervous system and increases alertness. Within minutes, your brain starts functioning more efficiently because it finally has what it needs to operate. Most people try to fix mental fog with caffeine, but caffeine on a dehydrated brain is like pressing the gas pedal in a car with no fuel. It doesn't work well. Water first, then everything else. Now here is the crazy part. Your brain can't always tell the difference between physical fatigue and mental fatigue. If your body is still for too long, your brain assumes you're low on energy, and it responds by slowing down. Third, move your body for 60 seconds. When you sit for long periods, blood flow slows, oxygen delivery drops, your brain goes into low power mode. That's when everything starts to feel heavy and unclear. But the moment you move your body, blood flow increases, oxygen rises, and your brain receives a signal. It's time to wake up. Even short bursts of movement can activate your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus, planning, and decision-making. This is the exact area that shuts down when you feel foggy. You don't need a workout. You just need movement. Stand up and do 30 jumping jacks, or walk quickly around your room for 1 minute, or stretch your arms and roll your shoulders. Do anything that raises your heart rate slightly. Within 60 seconds, your brain starts receiving more oxygen and glucose, the fuel it needs to think clearly. That heavy mental feeling starts lifting almost immediately. And here's the surprising part. Many times, when you think you're mentally exhausted, you're actually just physically inactive. Movement resets both. But the next one, this is where everything changes. Fourth, clear one tiny decision. Mental fog isn't always about energy. Sometimes it's about overload. Too many open loops in your mind, too many unfinished thoughts, too many small decisions waiting in the background. Your brain keeps all of them active at once, like dozens of tabs open in a browser, and each one quietly drains mental energy. This is called decision fatigue. The more unresolved choices you have, the more your brain slows down to conserve energy. So here's the reset. Pick one tiny decision you've been avoiding and finish it immediately. Reply to that message. Choose what you'll eat later. Decide the first task you'll start. Organize one small thing. Close one open loop. The moment you do, your brain experiences relief. It stops holding that decision in working memory, and that frees up space for clarity and focus. Most people wait until they feel motivated to decide, but clarity actually comes after decisions, not before them. Make one small decision, and your mind starts moving again. Now this is where it gets interesting. Have you ever noticed how your mind suddenly feels clearer after stepping outside or looking into the distance? That's not random at all. Fifth, use the distance reset. When you stare at screens up close for hours, your eyes and brain get locked into a narrow focus mode. Your attention becomes tight and strained. Over time, this creates mental fatigue and fog. Your brain wasn't designed to stare at one glowing rectangle all day. It was designed to shift between close focus and distant awareness. When you look into the distance, something powerful happens. Your eye muscles relax, your attention widens, and your brain shifts from stress mode into a more relaxed, clear state. This instantly reduces mental fatigue. So here's what to do. Look at something far away for 60 seconds. Out a window, across a room, down a street, anywhere your eyes can focus on distance. Let your eyes relax. Don't stare hard, just observe. Within a minute, you'll feel your mind start to open up again. It feels small, almost too simple, but this one habit alone can prevent hours of mental fog if you use it throughout the day. Save this video and come back to these steps anytime your brain feels stuck. They work best together, and once you use them a few times, your mind will start resetting faster and faster. But we're not done yet, because the next step is the one most people have never heard of. Sixth, activate your brain with verbal clarity. When your thoughts are trapped inside your head, they stay messy. But the moment you speak them out loud, your brain is forced to organize them. Speaking activates multiple brain regions at once: language, memory, and executive function. It's like turning the lights on in a dark room. That's why explaining something out loud suddenly makes it clearer. So here's what to do. Say out loud what you're about to do next. Right now, I'm going to focus on this task for 10 minutes. Or, I'm starting this project now. It sounds simple, but it forces your brain into alignment. And once your brain has a clear command, mental fog starts fading. A study from the University of Chicago found that verbalizing goals improves focus and follow-through because it strengthens cognitive commitment. Okay, now everything I've shared so far is powerful, but this last one, this is the one that resets your brain almost instantly. Seventh, trigger a micro reset with cold stimulation. Your brain is wired to respond to sudden physical sensations. When you expose it to something cold, it snaps into alert mode. Cold stimulation activates the vagus nerve and increases alertness within seconds. It also reduces stress signals and boosts mental clarity. That's why splashing cold water on your face feels so refreshing. It's not just physical, it's neurological. Here's what to do. Splash cold water on your face, or hold an ice cube, or run cold water over your wrists for 30 seconds. You'll feel an immediate shift. Your senses sharpen, your mind becomes present. The fog starts lifting. It's like pressing a reset button for your nervous system.